Lancaster County man is running 1,000 miles this year to raise $10,000 for pediatric cancer research. Fox 43's Braden Long introduces us to the runner and the little girl who changed his life.
When you are passionate about something, it is a cause and something you just want to fight for constantly.
Most people have their own day-to-day routines. JP Welliver's just happens to be a little more physically exhausting.
$10,000 for 1,000 miles is come about.
At 3 miles a day, it's not the first time he's run for a cause.
Back in 2006, I entered Thon at Penn State for the first time.
More than a decade later, he continues to run, now for someone he already knew.
Her name is Lexi Barnett. She was our Thon child.
JP first met Lexi after a hard-fought battle with neuroblastoma, a cancer of the nerve cells that usually starts in the adrenal gland. Still, Lexi lived her life to the fullest.
She liked to dance. She liked to catch frogs. There wasn't a lot of things that she didn't like.
Her grandmother, Wanda, remembers the moment she knew something was wrong.
When she would sit at the bottom of the steps and say she couldn't walk up to the bathroom because of the leg pain, and that became concerning.
After multiple incorrect diagnoses, then 3-year-old Lexi was sent to Penn State Hershey. 8 months of chemotherapy, radiation, and a stem cell transplant later, she beat it. That was September 2008. But by December 2010,
a PSI spot showed up in her arm, and that's when it started again.
the 6-year-old began treatment immediately.
The only thing that she was angry about when it came back was she was going to lose her hair again.
That's when JP and more than a dozen others came into Lexi's life through the 4 Diamonds Fund and Penn State's Thon.
Biggest smile on her face all the time. Didn't matter how much pain she was in. You would never be able to tell that she was suffering through cancer.
She fit right in. 17 kids, college kids, came to the hospital. They all did everything she wanted. I couldn't believe that one, but they did.
But this time the cancer fought harder. After not being eligible for trials at St. Jude's Children's Hospital in Tennessee.
In March, when they said, if there's something that you want to do, now would be the time to do it.
And they did. They went to Disney World. Lexi even met her idol Taylor Swift thanks to the Thon kids.
They went on Twitter and they blew Twitter up. Never pushed her pain pump that day, and she was all smiles the whole entire day.
But by summer,
yeah. Everybody else was ready, and everybody else kind of knew what was coming, except for me. So I kind of just kept saying, well, we could do this or we could do this, and everybody else kind of,
Diagnosed just after her 6th birthday.
She passed 31 days before her 7th birthday.
I distinctly remember the day that Lexi passed away. I was at my parents' house. It was a Sunday morning, had to go to church. Just one of those raw emotional moments that just started to lose it.
Now, 8 years later, her memory lives on.
Everybody she comes across, she has touched somebody in some way, and that's just who she was.
And for JP, Lexi's memory is part of what drives him closer and closer to 1,000 miles.
It might be windy, it might be cold, but nothing compares to what these families have to go through with this disease.
Braden Long, Fox 43 News.
Lexi's family now runs a foundation to help families dealing with pediatric cancer. If you'd like to learn more about the foundation or for more information on how to help JP in his mission, head to our website, fox43.com.